Can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way.
He's stalking his opponent. You know what comes next.
There it is! The angle slam! I don't believe it!
This Lashley is an absolute monster. We've seen him decimate just about every opponent he's ever stepped into the ring against.
Yeah? Well, how much of that has to do with the fact that he's on SmackDown, JR? You seriously think you'd have that kind of luck on Raw?
Luck has nothing to do with it, King. This young man is strong, he's fast, and he's got more power than the electric. He's not going to get caught with that one. What a reversal.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose.
Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King.
He's got his opponent in position, JR. This could be it.
Angle slam! Angle slam! He just drove his opponent into the canvas.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way! I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory with Triple H to my credit. How about you? And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King?
There you go. Did you see that, JR? The table practically exploded. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try. Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do. And there it is. The FU. What an impact.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane...
He's going up! But what's he gonna do when he gets there? You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans. It looks like he's sizing up his opponent's ankle. We've seen this before.
We certainly have, JR. And there it is! The ankle lock! The ankle lock! Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Someone like Kid Cash compete in WWE. Shouldn't there be some sort of sign at the locker room entrance? He must be this big to...
Up the turnbuckle he goes! I hope he knows what he's doing.
ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think that's a short climb, but a potentially long fall.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
Call me crazy, but I think he's deliberately counting slowly. Ugh.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. Here it comes! Here he goes!
The Stone Cold Stunner! There's nothing like it in all of sports entertainment, JR.
Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue. I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
Ouch! Head first right into the announce table.
And these fans love confidence in their superstar. And that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match. They haven't been going easy on each other in this match, JR, and I think it's really begun to take its toll.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR, but I think that's exactly what makes him such a great superstar. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants, and that makes for some great competition.
That might be true, King, but Kane also takes a perverse pleasure in inflicting as much pain as possible on anyone who steps in the ring with him. How can having a superstar who tries to end the careers of his opponents be anything but bad for the business?
Simple, JR. Kane is natural selection in action. He weeds out the weaklings on the roster so that only the strongest superstars remain on Raw.
Boy, you'll go to any lengths to defend your position, no matter how wrong you are. I think anyone who took a look at Kane would realize he's a menace who shouldn't be allowed out in public, much less a WWE ring.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching them. He's a great role model for young fans. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you gotta admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these super